G'day and welcome to this final round edition of the COLAC Herald Sports Mash. I'm Lachlan, Cowlishaw. Beside me is Ben Martin. How are you, Ben?
Going well, Loch.
Where has the season gone? It's all over for half the teams, just over half the teams, and it's on for the other 5 teams in finals next week.
Business end.
We'll chat a little bit about that, but let's firstly go through the results and we'll start with the footy.
We're going to kick it off with the GFL news straight off because a big win for the COLAC Tigers at the weekend. As we all know, their slim finals hopes are still open, especially after this big win against the third place Grovedale Tigers. 21-13, 139-13, 8-86 was the final score at Central Reserve. A bit of an arm wrestle in the first half, but the COLAC Tigers slammed on 13 goals to 4 in the second half to really put an exclamation mark on that win. Jake Carmody kicked 5 goals for the COLAC Tigers in a best on ground performance, while COLAC coach Paul Lynch also had big raps for Kane Leeson, who kicked 4 goals, and Andrew Kelly, the midfielder, who kicked 2. For Grovedale, their best player was Nathan Deans, and then they almost look certain to play finals as well. So it could be a finals preview if the COLAC Tigers can sneak into 5th spot.
Let's hope they do.
Into CDFL news now. A massive final round, as Locke mentioned. Everything's wrapped up for this weekend. We head into finals this weekend. Illawarra back out of finals contention, but really threw the finals race on its head with a win against Birregurra. Birregurra were, I suppose, almost guaranteed a final spot in the eyes of a lot of, I suppose, football followers. But Illawarra back just really put a spanner in the works there with a win against the Saints. They won 12-10, 82-9, 8-62 to knock the Saints out of contention. At Illawarra Recreation Reserve, Tony Walker kicked 5 goals for the winners, while Paul Stinchcombe, Rob Elbra and Jaden Bluey Angus were the best players for the Bombers. For Birregurra, Tim McLean kicked 5 goals, while young gun Josh Weatherhead, Chris Crazy Leeson and Luke Phelps were their best players. And I guess the biggest, most excited people about the win against Birregurra were probably South COLAC. They lost to Apollo Bay at the weekend, but still managed to hold into their spot in the 5 despite the loss. They lost this match 9-10-64 to 10-9-69 at Apollo Bay Recreation Reserve. Nick Casbolt kicked 4 goals for Apollo Bay, while Dean Sheets, Adrian Hahn and Lee Hickey were Apollo Bay's best players. For the Roos, Sean Harrington, Tim Spears and Jake O'Dwyer all kicked 2 goals. Jake O'Dwyer turned 25 of the weekend, so happy birthday to Jake. I was going to say well done as well. While Dion Oborn, Daniel Robertson, Alex Broomfield were the Roos' best, so the Roos in finals, we'll talk about that in a second. Now probably the biggest result, I guess, of all season, Otway Districts has left it to the last minute to record their first win of the season. So well done to the Demons boys. They defeated Forest 12-8, 80 to 10-9, 69 at Gellibrand Recreation Reserve. There were some excited fans and players out of Gellibrand, I can tell you, at the weekend. Martin Butch Angus kicked 3 goals and was among the best players for the Demons, while Aaron Marnie, Adam Harris and Ian Davidson were the Demons' best players for Forest. Paul Smith kicked 3 goals, while Scott Wakeman, Michael Big G Gregorio and Matt Burrell were the Lions' best. The next game now, Lawn has charged away in the second half of the match to defeat Alvey at Lawn's Stribling Reserve. They won this one 16-15, 111 to 8-7-55. It was a bit of an arm wrestle in the first half, but Lawn, I guess as everyone expected, really sort of ran away with the game in the second half to keep Alvey out of finals. They were actually in the finals mix in the last round, but fell short. Louis Holmer kicked 8 goals for the winners in a best on ground performance, while Emilio Graziani, who's been doing a bit of ruck work, he was the best. Also in the best players was Shea Turner and Steve Oliver. For the Swans, Adam Arbuthnot 3 goals, while Daniel O'Shea, Andre De Lorenzo and Luke McCarthy were the Swans' best. And in the final game of the weekend, COLAC Imperials have bounced back from a loss against Western Eagles last week to defeat Simpson. Simpson will miss finals this week, unfortunately, after being contenders for the last couple of years. But I guess it's how it works. Imps have come into the finals and Simpson have gone out this year. Imps won this one 14-8, 92 to 6-3, 39 at COLAC's Western Oval. Tom O'Neill kicked 4 goals for the winners, while James Morgan, Tim Scott and Steve Cass were the best players for the Imps. For Simpson, Nick Harding kicked 3 goals, while a couple of young fellas, Chester Gardner and Brock McNeil, among the best players with Jamie Barry. This weekend, as we spoke about before, finals kick off. Lawn will have the week off after finishing minor premier, while COLAC Imperials will face third place Apollo Bay in the qualifying final at Western Oval on Saturday, and then the following day on Sunday, Western Eagles take on South COLAC in an elimination final at COLAC's Central Reserve. So a very big weekend of football coming make sure you keep up to date with the COLAC Herald.
Look, let's get stuck into the netball, no mucking around whatsoever. We'll go through the COLAC district netball results first from the round 18 games. Now, finals were set, so it was a little bit of a wet blanket at a party this round, I suppose. But anyway, let's get into the results now. Apollo Bay took on South COLAC, and South COLAC had a very comfortable win, you could say, 76-31. Apollo Bay tried a few different players in different positions, where South COLAC played their strongest team for the whole match, and they're looking very good approaching this weekend's final against Illawarra Back. We'll talk about that later. Nicole Mitchell had 47 goals. Kath Spears had 23 goals for Apollo Bay. Chelsea Spears was South COLAC's best player, and Josephine Balatho, the junior, she was Apollo Bay's best. Otway Districts took on Forest. Otway won 54-26. They finished 6th, so that's a very good effort for them. Missing finals, obviously, but a big step up this year. Simone Hickman had 28 goals. Jane Robertson had 23. Forest's Georgia Cowdrey netted 17 goals, while the best players were Chelsea McLeod for Otway Districts and Stephanie Cowdrey for Forest. Lawn took on Elvie. This was the closest game of the round, and Lawn actually won a close game, 41-38. So well done to the Dolphins there. Carly Enticott scored 29 goals. Mandy Lynch, just filling in on the weekend for Elvie, she had 20 goals. Caitlin Cross was Lawn's best player, and Elvie's Morgan Eldridge was Elvie's best. Illawarra Biak took on Birregurra, and they had a bit of a stumble, a bit of a fall just before finals. They lost 32-39, so the Saints won that game by 7 goals. Jessica Whedon scored 25 goals. Taryn Tom had 20 for Illawarra Biak. Jessica Whedon was Birregurra's best, and Narelle Throith, the stalwart, was Illawarra Biak's best player. So a few issues there just before finals, but they should be all right. COLAC Imperials took on Simpson in the final game, and the Imps won 75-30. Another very comfortable win, but Simpson were very competitive in this game. Rebecca Scott had 30 goals for the Imps. Candy Robbins had 27 and was the Imps' best player. Jessie Hawkins had 16 for Simpson, and Simpson's best were Sophie Hawkins, Caitlin McVilly and Sophie Cronin, which brings us to the finals this weekend. As I said, they've been set for just over a week now. COLAC Imperials finished on top. They'll have the bye. South COLAC takes on Illawarra Biak in the qualifying final on Saturday, and Western Eagles take on Apollo Bay in the elimination final on Sunday. It's good to see Apollo Bay in there, a new team, and Eagles, of course, backing up from last year, back-to-back finals appearances. Now, in the GFL netball, COLAC took on Grovedale and had a much-deserved win. They beat Grovedale 45-34. They beat them by 4 goals earlier in the year, and now they've had the 11-goal win. So well done to the Tigers. Georgia Berry netted 25 goals. Sarah Hay, Emma Hillman and Shelley Scott were the Tigers' best players. And Emily Murphy had 17 goals as well. So a good win there for the Tigers. And that brings us to our favourite part of the show, the COLAC Herald Sports Person of the Week. And this week we've given it to COLAC Tigers footballer. The COLAC Tigers going very well. Need a couple more wins, but this bloke's been helping them out. Ben, who is it?
We're giving it to Jade Carmody this week. They've pretty much, I guess, been facing elimination finals the past 6 or 7 weeks. They're really up against it to play finals, but it's just really challenging the Tigers, and it's these guys like Jade Carmody that are really stepping up. He kicked 5 goals in a best on ground performance at the weekend. Paul Lynch said he had about 20 marks. He was just unstoppable. In great form, as a lot of the Tigers are at the moment, so hopefully they can keep it up and play finals football in 2013.
Fantastic stuff. And that's it from Ben and I. Finals up this week. Big papers coming out, so make sure you buy them and read them. And from us, it's goodbye.
See ya.